I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Still, you don't kill dogs.
Yo, what is up guys, and welcome. It's InfernoKun here with a Last of Us Part 2 video. Finally making some content on The Last of Us Part 2. Looking forward to the game launching very soon in the next coming weeks, which is awesome. We got some gameplay, some raw, awesome gameplay of the game. 8 minutes, along with a little demo with Neil Druckmann, of course, commentating of all the systems, all the elements that are in The Last of Us Part 2, and I gotta say, it looks fantastic. So this video is on the gameplay, kind of breaking down some of the elements that are in The Last of Us Part 2, and all the environments, man, they look very luscious, big, and gorgeous. They really harped on how big the environments are. They have lots of details, they're very open, and some of the gameplay elements kind of, adhere to that. You have very open levels like jungles, open areas, forests, snowy mountains, all that kind of stuff. And they really do kind of harp on interior and exterior design. The outside being big as well as the inside being big. That's how expansive the game is. Looking at some of the environments, man, they look amazing. And I can't wait to go ahead and jump into, transitioning from an open, outside area into a big building or something. That's gonna be pretty awesome as well. So we're in Seattle, and they also mention things like weather and elevation. The weather changing, like rain, of course the snow. That looks very awesome. The graphics when Ellie is wet is pretty cool looking. Elevation is also very important because Ellie can now vault, jump up on things, and of course, climb ropes, drop a rope, and swing on the rope, things like that were of course in the Uncharted games. She can now do all of that. So elevation, having the height advantage on the enemies, looking very awesome. So I'm glad they added that. It kind of spices things up, makes it a bit different because Ellie can jump. She's more agile. Very cool looking stuff. Horseback riding is also a thing. You can ride the horse across these open, expansive areas. You know how in Uncharted Lost Legacy where you're driving around in the car? Reminds me of that a little bit, but except with a horse in The Last of Us. So they go into some of the enemy types, that of course being the human enemies and of course the infected. We have two human enemies, the WLF and the Scars. I like how they kind of preface these type of enemies by saying how different they are. The WLF, they carry guns, they're more loud, they have dogs that can sniff you out and follow you. That is really cool. I don't know if I've ever seen a game do that other than Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, where they kind of see your shadow and go to where they last saw you. Reminds me of that. That's really cool. And then we have the Scars. They are more quiet, they are stealthy. I wonder if they can prone sneak around on you. That is pretty cool. Reminds me of of course the infected type. The new one, they're called the Stalkers. They kind of sneak up on you. So as I said, infected, they of course have everyone's favorite, the clickers, the runners. Stalkers are new, and of course the Chandlers are these giant, bulky, just burning mist infected. That's definitely really cool. So there are more forms of infected, but that's all we get to see as far as in this gameplay reveal. Of course, now we also did see some more prone gameplay. You can kind of you can use it to hide, to kind of attack from, which is definitely really cool. I'm looking forward to using prone to my advantage. It's definitely really cool looking to kind of go prone, hide from them, not be completely hidden if they're up close, but that can be a very useful tool. Running away. Now, I don't know if it's just I love watching Ellie just run away. She's so fast, agile. She can jump, hop over things so fast. She runs away like she's just manic, just running away. And I like how they use this as a mechanic, kind of like living to fight a different day. In a way, you can kind of just run from your enemies. If it's too overwhelming, just run away. Of course, Joel can run too. Not as fast as Ellie, but kind of mixing all these things together, like vaulting, jumping up, running away, and using it to your advantage to kind of go into tight spaces and blend back into stealth. That is what I'm looking forward to a lot, because of being able to run away and reestablish yourself, reassess the situation you got yourself in to kind of stop that and go back into stealth is really really great, okay? It's not always the best to be stuck in a firefight having to shoot your way out. You can kind of run away if you want to chicken out and just go and get back into stealth, because that is probably the best way to do things. Maybe. We'll see about that. But there are some more combat stuff. We have very much fast-paced combat. You can kind of do hand-to-hand fighting, dodging, watching Ellie. I mean, something about this game. The animation is just insane. The way she runs, the way she dodges, how fast the attacks are, is just really satisfying to watch. Dodging, counterattacking, throwing things at the enemy. I don't know, it's just so satisfying. It's like all these animations blend in well together and they just work. They just work, you know. It's so fast paced, it's like she's in a hurry. I don't know, it's just so satisfying seeing that animation play out where she's running, she's throwing. It all just goes together so seamlessly, so smooth, and it's just really great. Also, you can of course do things like, you know, shoot enemies in the leg to just stagger them, wound them, and then grab them, of course, to use as a human shield, and various things like that. That is pretty great. It's like just all these mechanics just flow together so well. It looks like you're watching like just some kind of, I don't know what kind of fight. It's just really good looking. Allies that can help you too. Jesse, Dina, all of that. And what seems to be back in more of a bigger form is kind of like the humans versus infected. You can kind of, you know, pit up the, I guess the WLF or the scars against the clickers, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be really fun. Sometimes fighting off both people and the infected can be difficult. So have them fight each other, dwindle their numbers, and then take them on. That is very awesome as well. We did have some look at some of the skills that you can use to upgrade and modify your weapons. And with that, you see you have a 6x scope for your sniper rifle. That really just plays into how expansive the levels are. In Last of Us 1, you can kind of get away maybe by adding a 6x scope if it was in the game and kind of using it, but those levels aren't as big as what you would see in part 2. Therefore, a 6x sniper scope makes a lot more sense. Things I'm looking forward to are playing with some new toys like the proximity mine, explosive arrow, and the suppressor, okay? So, right when I saw the dog sniffing out your location, looking for you, I thought, yo, it would be awesome if we had proximity mines, you know, kind of lure those dogs and their handlers to your location, place a mine, walk away, boom. Isn't that just great? I love that. I love that idea very much. That definitely would be awesome. Explosive arrows, you got to see a little bit of a taste of it when that person just obliterated, or Ellie obliterated that person with an explosive arrow. Unfortunately, they cut it before we saw the actual explosion, but that person's probably in pieces. Like, direct hit with an explosive arrow, that's gotta be something. Then we have the suppressor, as I mentioned before. You can put on your pistol, which is definitely really awesome. When you're not, you know, able to use bow and arrow, you don't have any more arrows left, pop on a suppressor on the pistol, you're good to go with being stealthy again. That's pretty awesome. Sometimes the gun is easier to use for long distance. The arrow, of course, is as well, but it has some drop you could miss. So therefore, you have a different alternative to use for the pistol. I wonder if it's on the sniper as well. I would think so. I hope so. That'd be cool. Long distance sniping suppressor. Oh, and the most important detail of all, Ellie can now swim. No more people guiding her around on the pallets. She's all grown up now. Joel, no more of that, which is pretty cool. So I wonder, because she can go underwater as well, I wonder if there'll be some kind of stuff that involves going underwater. We have the boat as well, which is definitely really cool. So you get to traverse the environment on the boat, horseback, all that kind of stuff. Very cool looking. I gotta say, yo, I'm extremely hyped for this game. I am extremely hyped for this game because the gameplay looks so good. You know, even if the story isn't as great, I think the gameplay itself can hold the game. It's phenomenal. Looking at it, I haven't played it, of course, but looking at the gameplay, it looks like a lot of fun. Stealth, the action, the fast-paced fighting, combat, dodging, all of that stuff looks impressive. Animation looks great, graphics are great. The expansive environments, indoor and outdoor, look great, and I'm excited to see how it all plays in this game. This gameplay trailer or gameplay demo was definitely a sight to watch. I loved it. I loved every minute of it, and I can't wait to play Last of Us 2 when it drops in June. That's all I have for you guys as of right now. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy my gushing of the Last of Us demo gameplay, subscribe for more. There'll be some more content coming up. I finally got a microphone stand, a pop filter for the microphone, and of course a capture card to record some Last of Us 2 gameplay whenever it drops, and of course some Last of Us 1 gameplay for discussions and stuff in the next coming week. So subscribe for more content, give me a thumbs up if you guys have enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time on The Last of Us Part 2.